Hello, Viola madam.
Hello, how are you? Nice to see you.
Doing good, nice.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm ready for you.
Yes. So I think Munish ji has joined. Let me check out.
Yes, we can wait and breathe meanwhile. It's okay.
No, we should be particular with the time. Time management is the key factor. I still remember the governor, no, in the London house. He joined just 2 minutes, no, probably 5 minutes or some late, and he resigned and left. So this is how it shows the integrity of how a person should be related to the time.
Yes, culturally depend where we are. So I was in the road moving from one city or another in the country where I live. And there were something in the road. So I stopped in a restaurant cafe to be on time for you.
Oh,
yes. But I'm from Venezuela and I live in Cyprus. So 5-10 minutes late, it's okay. It's acceptable.
okay. So kind of you.
I'm gonna move my.
Okay, no issues.
It's without raw sugar and no
This is better.
Yes.
Much better. Do you see me well?
Yeah, you are very much clear.
Thank you. I'm saying that I'm in.
Yeah.
So, Santanudas.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
You're moderating this part.
We are from Bangalore.
Yeah.
The southernmost part of the country. The IT city of India. So hope you had your lunch. What's the time now there?
Now is 11:45. We are 2.5 hours behind you in India.
Okay. So after the program, you will have your lunch, or you had already?
We had a very big breakfast late because we were in another place of our in a 1 day 1 night holiday. But now we were in the road back. I miscalculate the time.
Morning, even no. Naomi, she also a little bit miscalculated the time. No issues, but we could manage that.
Yes, but at the same time, we have creativity when I make mistake like this, because I am dyslexic, so sometimes I make mistake with the time and with the number. So I'm very ready to creatively to find a solution. So we stopped in the way to a beautiful place. Beautiful place. I didn't come for many years, and they host us very nicely. And I don't drink coffee, but here I am having a coffee.
Wow. So now you are in Netherlands.
Solution for everything.
Okay. So Munish ji.
Namaste. Hello, Dr. Munish. Hello. Finally, we meet each other here. How are you?
Munish ji, please unmute yourself. Unmute.
Namaste, namaste.
Namaste.
So,
I'm
Nice
so
to
glad to
see
see
you.
you, Koila ma'am. We've been talking, we've been connected on WhatsApp, been
Yes,
chatting
yes,
together.
yes.
I'm so glad that technology giving us the power that now we can see each other, we can communicate with each other. And I'm so glad that you accepted our humble invite and you spared your valuable time. And there is a time zone difference as well. And still you being with us, it's a privilege and as well as an honor for us. Unmute, 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 unmute.
And really for me too, and I want to congratulate you all for this beautiful, beautiful congress and what you're doing with this subject of sustainability, and especially for you and for Nancy with your platform of MentorX. I think is great, it's beautiful, and of course count on me. Whatever I can do with you and for you, please count on me.
Thank you, Waila ma'am. It's indeed great. And yes, that, whatever we're doing, it's becoming a movement. It's becoming a revolution because we have wonderful, incredible, and remarkable human beings like you with us. We just took an initiative. Then, it's people like you who joined the forces and you took the game ahead. You made it
Yes.
all the fast pace, kept the ball rolling. And we feel ourselves blessed that we just took the initiative. Then we are just relaxing in our chairs, and it's wonderful people like you who are mesmerizing us, enchanting us with your charm as well as with your intellect and the kind of words of wisdom now we're looking forward from yourself. That is indeed great. And I don't know whether you know that we at MentorX we have a MentorX Women as well, where we have a WOW Women. WOW Women is a global solidarity sisterhood program, and Nancy is the global chairperson for that. Nancy is my co-founder. I'm the founding president for MentorX. Nancy is the co-founder for MentorX, as well as she's the global chairperson for MentorX Women. So it's and
Perfect.
she holds you very high. She holds you very high. She
Yeah,
always
we met in Egypt, and it
she
was
told
very
me.
nice meeting.
She told,
Yes,
even planned to come,
yeah,
but
at the
she
West.
came,
Yes, beautiful. Yes.
even I was planned to come to Egypt, but then she came in and I had to look after the operations. I was part of WEP in India in 2018. I have been awarded as the exceptional leader of excellence there in India by Dr. Harbeen Soni. So
Yes,
yes. So it's wonderful. It's great that we have you here. And let's start with you. I'm so eager to hear from you. Let's do it. The platform is
okay.
yours. Over to you, Wailaji.
Thank you very much. And Dr. Munish, I would ask you please to interrupt me for some point. I'm gonna talk like for maybe 15 minutes.
Yes,
and later, please interrupt me and let's see if there is a question from Santanu Das, from other people, other of colleague, and let's make it an interactive way. What I want to tell you, and why I support you and support many network is because partnerships to achieve the goal number 17 of SDGs is for me one of the most important ones. I think what we have said to ourselves to do as leaders, as compassionate, connected leaders, is not possible to be by the self. We will need partnership and smart alliances to make it happen. So for me, I have a motto in life, and this is together is better, together is greater, together is easier, together is smarter. I know some of you will say, but also together is more complicated sometimes. Of course, I think it's coming from your land or from Africa proverb that says, if you run alone, you will go fast. But if you do it with others, you will go further. So for me, I want to go further. I want to go higher and wider. And I want to be focusing while I'm going in the details on the path. And that's not possible for one person to do all this. We need many eyes and we need many hearts that are beating, not necessarily in the same beat, but respecting the differences and united in the places where we join values. So for me, I've been a migrant many times of my life. My first migration was when I was 4.5 years old, what include also learning another language and meeting different members of family that we didn't know before. My second migration was when I was 13 years old, that we migrate then because of a political situation and war coming soon. We were living in Lebanon and then we migrate to Venezuela. And that was another country, another continent, another language, another different thing, isn't it? And the fact that we did that and the fact that my life was then when we become migrant, I had to stop schooling at 13 and start working. That shaped me in a different way. Of course, one of them shaped me because I was a child to be in the world of adult, but in the other way, it shaped me in my resilience. And I had this connection that back then I didn't know what was its name, but now I know the name, and we call it grit. That that drive force, that passion that make you or made me arrive to and achieve so many things in life, even though the circumstances was not maybe in my favor. But that drive and that love for life and love for humanity and trust in humanity is what make me keep going. And from early age, I understood that partnership were important, even though we were a very small family because my father passed away and then I had my mother and my younger sister. The three of us, we were like a team. And the other thing, all of us three, we are very relational. We got it from my mother, surely, and I don't remember my father very well, but people said that he was extremely relational person. So I come to the conclusion at this age now that I'm 61, that for me, one of my major capital in life is my relational capital, my relational skill, my intuition. For that, nowadays, I'm not scared anymore if I have to change, if I have to speak in another language, if I have to meet other people, because I know that I get who I am wherever I go in the world. So that was very interesting, because then at the age of 43, when I decided to build a home and marry, and the man that I chose, again, he was from another culture and another language, and we decided to move and to go to live in Cyprus. So that's another movement for me, and to come and live in Cyprus, which is a divided island, and there is two different languages and different culture. So by then I was already strengthened in my inner self to be able to hold my new family, because I married Michael, who's British, and my stepchildren are English but born in France. So it was like different, not born in France, lived in France, sorry. And now there's 4 grandchildren who mainly speak French. And then I'm at home speaking English with my husband, and used to speak Arabic with my mom and Spanish with my sister. So what I want to tell you is that even though in the majority of the languages I speak, there is this accent that you're gonna find, and maybe you don't know where it's coming from. What is important is like I managed to communicate. I managed to heal the fear to start again, because I know it's never again from zero. It's always from a place where we have accumulated wisdom, knowledge, experience of life. And the one thing I want to tell you all, if you want to be sustainable, is that really you need to heal whatever is of victimacy is in you. Because if we hold this victimacy with us wherever we go, I lost my father, I lost my first country, my second country, this is what happened to me, then the event in life will be accumulated, and it's very difficult to be sustainable. Because sustainability is for me to be able to be here and now, and to use everything in a conscious, connected way, everything that life gives us, that this moment we are given. So if we are too much in the past, and in the wound in the past, and in the resentment of the past, and the anger in the past, we cannot see what there is in the present. Therefore, what we're building for the future is very tinted by a color which is related to the wound of the past. I hope this message passed to you all as clear as I want to give it. So for me, one of the major goals that I have done, that I have achieved, is that I have healed my wound of the past, my being victim of these circumstances or the other circumstances. And now the one who I am now is somebody who's free, connected with the experience of the past, because of course we cannot just press a button and the past will be deleted. No, it's just we integrate it to our system in a different way. And I think for this reason, because I have healed my past, is that I can be fully in the present. And when, for example, when Nancy called me and said, there is this, I can say yes. And if I find something in my past, something that can be regenerated, renewed, recycled, reused, I can do it because I'm totally here in this present with you. So what I want my message to you is that if we go back to all the sustainable goals that were set for us to work in, many of them touch my heart as education, gender equality, peace and justice for all. But the one that I want most and I want to share it with the world is the gender, is the goal number 17, which is partnership to achieve all the other goals. And for that, I'm with you here. And to be able to be a good partner, you need to present yourself with all what you are. And clearer you are, healthier you are, more aligned you are between what you want, what you dream, what you model, what you say, what you do, much more of use you're gonna be for the community and for the society. So this is what I want to tell you today. And I'm so pleased to be with you. And my profession, I've been in, I did 21 years in corporate work since I was 13 until I was 34. Of course, when I started at 13, I started selling shoes in a shoe store and then learning a trade as a hairdresser. And then slowly I escalate to be a secretary and to be a public relation. And then by 21, I was a marketing manager. And the last 10 years, I was in the insurance business sector. But then my dream of being a teacher and a psychotherapist I never let it go. So during all these years that I was working in subject that not necessarily was my choice, it was what life kept taking me. I was all the time studying in an alternative education and everything, every book, every course I can get in. I was doing that until I prepared myself enough to be able to change my corporate job to the job that I wanted to do as a psychotherapist and a teacher. So I'm talking about now early 90s. So since 1993, I do mentoring and I do coaching and breathwork and psychotherapy. And also I took, in a way, this knowledge and experience and took it back to the business and corporate world. And I have a company that does consultancy, is systemic consultancy. So this is what I do. Plus I'm in the board of different network and NGOs and magazines, and I support many network like this one to flourish together. So this is me. I work in Arabic, Spanish, and English. And yes, and I'm happily married now for 18 years, living in Cyprus, and I am here at your services, and I would like to open now a place for question and answer to talk about what is sustainability in daily life and how I apply it and what is my way of teaching about that. Thank you very much for listening.
Okay, so wonderful, ma'am. So I couldn't even introduce the way we started with it, a formal chat, then Munish ji came. So in fact, I would like to tell all my participants, delegates, that Miss Viola Edward de Glanville is from Cyprus. Viola is a multi-award winning senior business consultant, personal advisor, and expert in self-development with more than 40 years of experience. She specializes in transcultural psychotherapy and breathwork, mentoring, and training. She is a social entrepreneur, founder of Feminine Capital Forum and Systemic Breathing, co-founder and owner of Kayana Consulting, and co-founder and owner of Greet Academy. She serves as a global ambassador for human rights and gender equity. So, not only that, what I would like to tell is, more than that, she is a wonderful person. Just a second, madam, just a second. Just a second. Yeah. She is also a mentor, a recognized international speaker, co-creator of various global, for the connectivity. Okay, just a second. Yeah. She is also a mentor, a recognized international speaker, co-creator of various global conferences, the author of 2 books, Breathing the Rhythm of Success, and Who Makes the Bed, and the co-author of another 8 books. Viola holds multiple board positions in the non-profit sector, including at the Ladies of All Nations, Laureate, and the World Women Conference and Awards. She is an editorial board member at Business Fit, SHE, and Heel Trainer, Revista La Authentica, and at the Middle East Business and News magazines. She is an editorial board member. She is also the honorary president of Fashion for a Cause, Charity on Wheels by Winky Singh, empowering the forgotten population of women in the prison. At the age of 13, Viola migrated with her mother and sister from Lebanon to Venezuela, and she had to start working to support her family. With a passion and hunger for learning and development, she completed her studies through homeschooling, evening lessons, and alternative educational pathways. These experiences contributed to her growth and success into the authentic, inclusive leader that she is today, and have built her resilience and agility to navigate life with all of its joys and turning points. In 1993, at the age of 34, Viola decided to follow her dream, and she changed the course of her career. After 21 successful years as a marketer, she embarked on a journey to become a psychotherapist and breathwork trainer. She undertook extensive studies in the field of transpersonal psychotherapy, followed by courses in breathwork delivered directly by the founder of this healing modality, Leonard Ward. She realized that breath was at the core of every person's well-being, a discovery that she was eager to spread, and it today is a part of her mission to share this knowledge with as many people that she can reach around the world. She has been pioneering and developing mental health, fitness, and well-being in the workplace since the 90s. Bridging the space between the breathwork therapy and business management, she now works internationally with individual and corporate clients in a cross-pollination between self-development, management, and leadership. As a creative entrepreneur, she is synergist, developing innovative schemes. She recently introduced breathwork to address rehabilitation from addiction. She is an active member of Breathwork Alliance, the Europe Association of Transformational Leaders, the European Mentoring and Coaching Council, Business Professional Women Network in Cyprus, the British Rebirth Society in UK, the International Breathwork Foundation, Rebirthing Breathwork International, and the European Transpersonal Association, Eurotas, and the World Association of Positive and Transcultural Physiotherapy or Psychotherapy. She is also the patron of several initiatives, including Birth Forward, respecting the nature of birth and the conscience of use of technology, conscious use of the technology, women appreciating women, wow, business fit events. She Semiramis Emperor and the Hispanis African Fashion Week in London, Nigeria, and soon in Bahrain. Viola is a continuous path of growth. And when sharing a part of her story, she says, I have been a migrant frequently in my life, recreating myself each time, exploring, learning, and expanding in a sustainable way has been my passion since the age of 13. When I interrupted my formal schooling and started working for a living, non-formal education has been and still is my best companion, having led me to the delight of creating teaching spaces which enable people to develop, grow, and sustain individually and in groups. Wireless client and colleagues call her master, mentor, and connector. She is particularly valued for her intuition, experience, integrity, and creativity. Her motto is, together is better. So with this little words, we could introduce her that Viola is such a fantastic, wonderful, and we run short of the words to explain her.
Sorry for that.
No issues. So now I would like to ask Viola madam how to take it forward, like it will be a Q&A, or you want to put some more light about. I have read your brief profile, which is so
long.
Not like that. I run in dearth of words to explain the emotion and the feeling from the age of 13 till date. No, people don't even venture or try to go out of. They don't want to go out of their cocoon. Suppose I am in Yalanka. No, I want whatever I should get it here itself. And I appreciate you because because for my schooling from Arunachal, almost all the states of India I have covered for my schooling. So we should understand that how important it is to learn each one and everyone. And I think you are one of the inspiring leader to make us learn. And psychotherapy, wow, what a topic it is.
Yes, because I always was fascinated by the mind, by why some people do these things. I remember as a child, sometimes we'll look at the adult and I would say, but that's not correct. That's gonna take to a wrong place. Why these people will do that, you know? So I was fascinated. So they will make fun of me, and they said that one of my first boyfriend was Freud, and then I expanded a little bit and went to Jung. But I was 7, 9, 8, you know. But I was just fascinated learning about things that maybe I couldn't understand back then. But I think the love for the mind and the love for the psyche and and nowadays we call it emotional efficiency, how to be emotionally efficient. Just yesterday I was teaching about stress, and I was saying how we could I started the talk saying, would you like to eliminate half of your stress? And everybody said yes, and said, do you have the formula? I said, well, let's see. Let's see from everything you say that is stressful, if it's really stressful or it's just a creative tension. Because many of, like today, like now I was cut from the connection and I had to stop on the way to stop. Is that stress? Actually, it's not, because whatever is still under our control, we can manage it. But it's true that it gives us a little bit of tension, and that tension take us to have different multiple ways of creativity to find a solution, isn't it? It's still under our control. I could have texted you and said, I'm so sorry, move me to another hour. So just we can eliminate half of our stress by being emotionally efficient and call the thing by their name. So if we know that what is creative tension and what stress is, already you could see that 60, 50, 30% of our stress was not stress. And then this is my formula. And the other thing is in the emotional efficiency. In Spanish, for example, there is 1,000 words that can describe, at least, that can describe emotion, feelings. So imagine how good it would be if we would know that I'm a little bit low, I'm a little bit frustrated, I'm confused, I'm lost. Not all of it I'm depressed, not all of it I'm angry, not all of it, you know. So we can kind of imagine the spiral of the emotion, that in a day we can go up and down. Just don't get stagnant in one of them. Move to the next one, that is possible. So I think when we are in this world of sustainability and health and self-development, we have the fantasy that we're going to be all the time in peace, in love, in generosity. Well, no, because we're human beings. We are made from flesh and bone and blood, and we hurt. So what is important is that we don't get stagnated in one emotion, in that emotion get into an obsessive thinking and obsessive result in love. So yeah, there is a lot of things we can teach at the behavioral level of how to be sustainable and how not to lose energy, so we can perform and we can give the best of ourselves. And for these three things, one, to enjoy life ourselves and to do the best. But there is one second thing which is very important. our service to others, our service to our family, to our community, to the rest of the world. So some of us, we have public purpose and we have public goals, but some of us are private. It's our family, it's our neighborhood, it's our small tribe. So whatever is, we have the duty that to take care of the self in a beautiful way, so to be able to give the best service possible to the others, and so on. So this is what I wanted to share with you today, and to remain, as I said before, at your services, to work together in any of these subjects. So Santanu, I get out of the system for some minutes. I don't know if somebody had some question for me.
Wow, it indeed wonderful, Voila ma'am. I'm indeed mesmerized. Wow, and the way you talked about, inclusive society, like include each one of us. If how I have a belief that in the universe we all are connected. And if you ask me about from my personal experiences, if ever I have demanded something from universe, if I have ever commanded, things have happened. If ever I have meant, and I don't know from where people they came into, they showed into the picture, and things happen. Like take an example, live example, we planned this AI summit for 3 days, whereby we thought that we want to keep it international. Like we want people from or different diversified background, and automatically it has happened. Just by sitting in my office chair at my home, and it has happened. So yes, you're right. We have to have an inclusive society. Like, and another thing is like how beautifully you have covered that we need to pay back. Once we reach at a certain stage in life, we need to pay back. And payback is not that we always have to give money or we have to give clothes. If we even can share the knowledge, if we can make them the bread earners, that is the, rather than giving a bread to someone, if we can make them the bread earners, that's the biggest thing. That is a sustainable world we are going to have with a holistic approach.
Yes,
so that is what
yes.
we keep talking all the time, that we need to have a holistic approach towards life. Even I have done MBA in psychology. I have done MBA finance. Then I did my MBA psychology. Then I did chartered accountancy. Then I did PhD in robotics and artificial intelligence. I have a very diversified background in education and various diversified domains in business as well. So I'm so happy that we have people like you around who understand these things, understand these little nitty-gritties of life. And I'm so glad that, even if we are sitting in the different parts of the world, like I'm sitting here in India, you're sitting in Netherlands, and still we understand these things. This is the most important. And I think this is what even this pandemic is teaching us in a big way. And when people are panicking during this pandemic, I tell them that there is a beautiful world and beautiful people like Voila waiting for us outside. Just bear with it. It is just a few months thing, and it's a beautiful world. So I'm so glad that how wonderfully you have poured the sustainable development thing in just few words. You spoke so, they say you spoke very few lines, but they were so heavy. They carried that weightage that even if for someone who would read a book, even he might not be able to get a message that you gave us the message today. So thank you for,
I want to tell you something else.
Yes,
Dr.
yes, I
Manoj,
would.
thank you. So in the idea nowadays, in the sustainability, is how we can go in a simple way in our daily life without losing the depth of what is self-development, what is sustainability, because we cannot go simplistic, because this is not simplistic. Actually, it's complex, but how we can make the complex simpler without losing the depth. And I think this is a very difficult task. And I'm telling you that because now that I have a program of 400 hours plus 200 training, mentor, and breathwork. And lately we were thinking how we can do that in a different way. How I can create another program. This is program for the people who have the 400 hours, the 600 hours. But what about the rest of the people who didn't have the time, who didn't have the energy, who don't have the means, who can't come to me to Cyprus or can't meet me when I'm in London. So the creation of the Grit Academy program is about that. So we create another mentorship course that will be online, that is reachable and it's simple, but keeping the depth. And I'm not going to use this time to make publicity for it. You can find it. But what I want to tell you, that one of the specialties I have, which is positive psychotherapy, we work in 3 principles. And if you allow me, before time finish, I want to
Yes,
share
yes,
with you
yes,
these
yes,
3
yes.
principles. Because in our sessions, what we do that every time the client will take something home, and that's something he or she can share it with others. So our 3 principles are: first, a principle of positivity. Positive is coming from the word Latin that means positum. Positum means what is given, what is there. What this for me means that when this client comes to me, he or she are already given everything that they need. You know, I'm not saving their life. I am another individual level with them that know about this profession as they know more about law. Okay, so how can we do to make, yes, how can we work together to make their resources more in potential, more taking them wherever they go. So the idea of positum is first that they are given. Second, to learn how to see the whole picture. What is the positive, what's the less positive? Because negative or less positive doesn't mean only bad, being possibility to rearrange, possibility to regenerate, yes? So the second principle is the principle of balance. And the principle of balance, we know that if we would have 100 unity in a day, 24 hours, transform to 100 unity, we couldn't just give exact balance between what our body energy needs, what our connection and emotion needs and relation, what our achievement, time management, money management, what our meaning of life and spirituality need. So we have like mainly 4 areas of life that you're gonna imagine like this. And these 100 unity, how you're gonna distribute them. Because if they go too much to one side, then even though you will be bright in that side, let's imagine work, but we know where you put all your energy, you're gonna take unit from another side and where the pain gonna come. And we have a lot of this during COVID. We see how much anxiety comes. So it's a whole session that with pleasure I will give you later on. But what I want to say that the principle of balance, it is very important. Then we say life will take you out of balance. Learn and go back to balance. And then life will take you again out of balance. So learn and go back to balance. The mistakes will not be mistake unless you repeat it again and again and again. So the third principle, and where I wanted to arrive, because you are the creator of MentorX, is that the third principle is the principle of consultancy. When life takes you out of balance, you should try as much as possible. Somebody should close the microphone. Okay. Hello. Okay. When life takes you out of balance, you should use your own knowledge, your own wisdom to see how to learn and get back to balance. But if what you know is not enough, because this is a new challenge, the principle of consultancy is to go to mentoring, is to go to the consulting somebody else who is expert in the issue, so you can learn together and add to your knowledge more knowledge. So I do encourage always to believe in yourself because you're positive, and to remember that you have a vast experience in life. But still, all of us, I'm 61 now, but still many of us, we have challenges that we don't have the knowledge. And remember, as mentors, as coaches, as psychotherapists, when we're working with others, we have a magnifier looking at the others, all of them, to be able to help them. We cannot look at this magnifier to ourselves. So doesn't mean because I am a mentor or I'm a therapist or I'm a coach or I'm a psychiatrist or I'm a doctor, I can help myself fully. For that, the principle of consultancy is very important in the process of self-development. It's very important in the process of sustainability, very important in the process to help communities and families to grow and to reach their maximum potential. And for that, we are here, and for that, institution like yours exists, to be able to prepare more and more in a kind way, in a way, it's a global way, but at the same time, we're looking individually how we can help each individual in a global concept to make that. I hope it's gonna come a day that every person have several mentors for different things in life, being student, being women, being men. So keep encouraged, and thank you very much for this infrastructure that you created, and thank you very much for this conference that you created. And yes, let's continue learning.
Wow, wow, wonderful, Voila ma'am, wonderful. The kind of principles you shared, recreating and balancing the effect. You know, this is what the human race is forgetting. This is I loved your recreation. Yes, I believe we are doing, most of us. But you know, the second principle, the balancing act, most of us are forgetting it. Whosoever, even me, if you take an example of me, even I sometimes I'm working so hard. Even these days I'm working 21 hours a day, and people are talking it's pandemic, we are sitting at home, it's lockdown, and I'm working 21 hours a day. And certain times, you know, I myself take mentorship session on balancing, that you need to know the time management, you need to know balancing, you need to spare out time. And you know, then when I'm working 21 hours a day, I look at myself, I introspect that Munish, you go out, you preach people, you take sessions, and what are you doing to yourself? You're not implementing on it. So this is the most important principle, and I'm glad that you shared with this Sustainable Development Summit. And that's indeed kind of you. And when you're talking about the infrastructure, this is all happening with the wonderful people like you. You accepted the invite. You know, Shantanu Das sir, me and Shantanu Das sir, I was the trainer, I was the resource person in one of the FDPs, Faculty Development Program. Shantanu Das sir came across me there and he just called me up. He said that, Dr. Jindal, let's create a summit. I was like, yes, let's do it. You know, just in a span of a spur of a moment, I said, let's do it. And it happened. And we thought we have to take it international. And see, Voila ma'am is here. Voila agreed. Yes, I'm coming. Wow. Despite the time zone.
Thanks to Nancy.
Yes, thanks to Nancy. Let's hear from Nancy. Nancy's name came in. Dr. Nancy, let's hear a few words from you. Dr. Nancy, unmute yourself. Over to you.
Yeah,
Yes.
deeply humbled. I guess, you know, when the founding president of MentorX Global is speaking, oh my God. I guess.
Dr. Nancy. Hello.
Hello, Nancy.
I think Nancy's mic internet got stuck. I think so.
Yes.
Yes,
and in the meanwhile, let's hear a few words.
We're connected by heart, even though
wow,
the internet connection doesn't work.
That's the approach. That's the approach, that you are connected by heart. Wow, wonderful. Wonderful. So yes,
Go ahead, Nancy.
And you know, while Nancy holds you really high, since she has come back from Egypt, she keeps on talking how she met, and she always keeps on talking. And that is why you're here. And you know what I said, that when you keep on talking so high about her, why not you get her as a speaker? Like we have the opportunities. And
exactly.
You know what no, listen to me. You know what she told me? She said that Voila is coming from a very high pedestal. I need a larger platform for her. Yes, I'm being honest to you. And I said, okay, then let me create a bigger platform. And then
thank you so much.
That did happen with Shantanu sir, with the Seshadripuram group of institutes. We are able to do it. And here you are. Let's hear from, in the meanwhile, Nancy joins, we hear from Shantanu sir.
Yeah, there is a question stating that, according to you, Nancy Viola madam, whether teacher must be a counselor or a mentor for his students.
Yeah, I think
must be a counselor or a mentor for his students.
Yes, I think, Santanu, mentoring is part of his nature and another part is nurture. So I don't think all teachers should be, but what I think some teachers have to be. So students need to go to a teacher. Let's imagine if I have a problem with math, and maybe I could not connect with my teacher of math, I should count on one of my teachers that he could be my mentor. Even though, because what he's gonna teach me, what she's gonna tell me, maybe it's not the math formula, but maybe because she connects with me and she knows me, or I trust her or him, that they give me a formula that I can relax and deal with my anxiety. So when I'm in the math lesson, I can understand it better, because one of the things that happen with the subject that we have problem with, and here is me that I always have problems with math, is that we get so stressed and we don't breathe and we get so tension because we disapprove of the self. So maybe the math teacher is great, but maybe with him or her, I don't have the connection. So what I suggest that if teacher get program of mentoring, all of them get program of mentoring and be at ease, because teachers, we really need to adore them. We need to support them. We need to give them the best. They are with our kids almost much more time than we are with them. So if we have program to encourage, to improve the mentorship of a teacher, then all of them are prepared and all of them are at service to those kids. So the kids can choose, is teacher so and teacher so, may I speak with you? May I ask you a question? That's the idea. Yeah, but it's not the idea that the math teacher should be a mentor on top of a teacher to all the students. But the math teacher should be also a mentor. So when a student comes to him, if he can, if he cannot, he can send also to another teacher, because all of them are in the first level of mentoring, second or third, isn't it, Nancy and Dr. Onish? So the idea is we have a lot of work to train the word to be mentored. We need to go into that goal. My friend and dear colleague, Chelsea Baker, she has that love and that goal that everybody. And I go further because sometimes I need a mentor for helping me to prepare my presentation. But sometimes I need a mentor to help me in my spiritual path. So the idea is if we take mentorship and mix it with management program, with educational program, with children can be mentors of other children in some area. And you see it naturally happen with older brothers and older sisters, yes? So this is what I think. The mentorship is a key, is very, very important. And I'm blessed to have had this award of outstanding contribution to mentorship that I get last year. I'm very humbled with it, but I treasure it in my heart because this is my dream. This is what I wanted to be always, this person. And this is what I'm studying more and more to become even better. Did I answer you, Santanya?
Yes, you answered. You have wonderfully answered it. So I think Nancy Madam is back. So Nancy Madam, you were speaking and suddenly your network probably got stuck up. So you are the key for the Viola Madam to be in this portal. So I'd like Nancy Madam to put some light on it.
Yeah,
Yes, Nancy,
deep
hello,
gratitude.
darling.
Yeah, thank you,
Hi,
Shantanu sir. You know, I was not just the key, it was divine grace that we met due to the hard times. This was our last trip, March 2020, when we happened to meet our esteemed speaker of today, Voila Edward. And believe me, I was totally floored by her generosity, by her hospitality, and somehow wanted to bring her to India. She's been part and parcel of many prestigious platforms here, but definitely I wanted to bring her perspective into Indian education system. And I would love to tell you, Voila, that this is such a prestigious summit. I was explaining her that you know, we're going to Karnataka, which is a state of India, and hosting her once the things are okay. But I'll definitely, you know, tell that, you know, where we are today, where we are addressing today, all the esteemed educationists who have joined us, not just the entire management of MentorX, but the Research Foundation of India, New Delhi, Seshadripuram First Grade College, who's organizer in association with North Bangalore Science Forum, Indian Institute of Science Alumni Association, Karnataka Science and Technology. You'll be hearing so many names that I'm telling, which might you not have heard of, but being in India, coming from Delhi, I can understand the prestige they carry with them. And today, having you over, it is a total, you know, it is an example amalgamation of creating that global confluence of mentors today, and which is possible only, you know, by Shantanu sir, by Dr. Jindal, the founding president of MentorX, and the entire management of the two corporations, that any cooperation can happen. As you rightly said, Voila, individual, we just walk, but together we can run together. And in long run, it is just the collaboration which will work. In hard times today, I feel the whole community. The word is one community, and we're serving with each other. And we are the torch bearers of society. We are the accountable. We are responsible. Being educationists, we are responsible of what is happening and how we can make it all the more smooth for the entire generation ahead.
Thank you,
And thank you
Nancy.
so much. Though it was the theme of the summit was artificial intelligence and sustainable development. And I am seeing the vast divergence by all the speakers. And this,
Yes.
The whole summit is taking a new level, a new height.
Thank you. Thank you. And I want to answer a question that came in the chat about
Sure.
that your comment on written exam of students, a big issue of uncertainty in India. What you would advise to students? So I will advise to student and to teacher and to parent, please, breathing technique is coming from your land, is coming from your culture. So I belong to an international association called International Breathwork Foundation. The International Breathwork Foundation, through some of the members who were teachers for so many years, had created a program called Conscious Breathing for the Classroom. This program is for students, for teachers, and for parents. I would like to connect you with my colleagues who are in charge of this program, and hopefully we can take it to all schools in the whole world, because it gives the chance for us to use this capital that we have, another capital, our breath. Maybe we cannot control our heartbeat very easily or our blood circulation, but we can learn how to control our breathing patterns and heal the dysfunctional breathing patterns to a functional, healthy one. And because as much as we heal our breathing patterns, it will be linked with our emotional field, with our thought, and with our action. So I encourage you all, please connect with me to see how we're gonna do to help you and see who's gonna come to India, or who of you gonna get trained in the conscious breathing for the classroom done by the IBF Breathwork Foundation. This is very, very important.
So Viola madam and Munish ji is there already. So, and Nancy ji is there. What I'd like to tell that we are ready with, because we have the forum and we would like to be the first one to take here. So
yes.
hope and Munish ji will help us in getting connected here.
Yes, let's get a program together for you. Let's get a program together about that. And then let me also share with you my GRID program and see how we can align forces so we can work it together and link it, etc. Okay? Let's when you finish this conference, this summit, we will be talking.
What we do is not we see, not we help. Viola ma'am is here, Nancy ma'am is here, I am here, Shantanu sir. We are taking this initiative forward. We are forming a former right away after this summit. Right away after 11, we are lined up till 11th. 11th evening, we are initiating a forum together. Done. Cheers to the new beginning. Thumbs up to the new beginning with Viola being the initiator with us. Let's do it. Let's make it.
Let's do it.
On that note, namaste to all of you. And
thank you so much for this beautiful time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Lots of love.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
So, Shantanu sir, we have our next speaker, Dr. Gurmeet Kaur Gill ma'am.
Yes.
She is a world acclaimed educationist. Let's have her on board. Dr. Gurmeet ma'am, if you are able to hear me, kindly unmute yourself and come on the camera, please. Yes, there she is. Shantanu sir, I really want to tell that Dr. Gurmeet, she is a world acclaimed educationist. She has dedicated her life into education. We have connected her since years. I adore her and I hold her very high, very, very high. She's kind of a guiding force. She's an inspiration. And when we talk about inspiration, she's a kind of an institute in herself. And same was true. We always wanted her to come on the platform and share her golden nuggets, share her expertise, the knowledge. She has enormous wealth of knowledge with her. But we couldn't create a right platform. And again, it has happened with you that with you, Shantanu sir, we are able to create such huge platform that we thought we would be able to do justice with the kind of expertise and the knowledge Dr. Gurmeet ma'am have. I hope, and we are indeed humbled that she accepted our invite and she's with us. welcome Dr. Gurmeet ma'am. So before she comes and join the podium, Shantanu sir, I would really love to hear your words and please quickly introduce her with us.
Yes.
Thank you. Namaste.
So I'd like to introduce, in fact, I was going through Gurmeet ji's long profile of pages and pages.
Never ending profile. Shantanu sir,
Yes.
interrupt you, never ending profile.
Yeah, that's
Never.
what I was looking. No, to put in the creative, I was thinking, my people were telling technical team which one to put, which not. I was a little bit confused why they are telling. Then really when I went through the profile, really, so just a brief introduction, I'll tell. Dr. Gurmeet Kaur Gill, BA, MA, History, Sociology, BA, BCA, PhD. I don't know what, the entire creative is filled with her degrees. So I am spellbound to tell that such a person, and that too she is into the school education, structure of intellect, learning specialist. Her core competencies are curriculum development, which is most important in current scenario, because industry goes one way, academy goes the other way. It's like a north and south pole. It has happened in India, not only in India, many parts of the world. And many educational institutes are not in lineup with the university or the academy. Whereas when we play games like Age of Empires and certain things, we see that the university are the one knowledge partner, and then we scale it up, as you call in the medical history. Then we take it to the industry. But where we could see a big gap between academia and industry. So I think with her, and she is one of the topmost curriculum developer, I think we can bridge the gap, and this unemployability or the schools or the young kids, I think they can go ahead with. Then I could find that use of audio-visual aids, that's most important. Designing and planning events for school improvement, leadership, and team building, because we could see many people, they have the talent, they have the potential, but everyone is not like, what I call as Munish, or I call it as a Nancy. They don't have that, to come out of the cocoons, or not like Viola, who has traveled from this part to the other part from the age of 13. So people are very rare where they come out of the cocoons. And I think this team building and leadership qualities has to be standardized, testing, scoring. And rightly, Munish told in the morning that you tell a monkey to climb, or and you tell a fish to climb a tree. Or the other way, we had been listening that fox and the crane story. Fox was been given a food in a long container vessel, whereas the crane was given in a flat plate. So you could see, the people, if right talent is that not right part, I think the talent just goes west, or the drainage of the talent. So the management skills, experimental learning, conducting workshops for staff, students, and parents, project management, and budget development, what not. So I think we all have today multi-talented, multi-vertical, multi-dimensional. In fact, even the dimensions, people will start scaling up 3D, 4D, which D to put it. So allied speakers.
Unlimited Ds, Shantanu sir, unlimited Ds here. If you can write a book on her.
Yes. So I would like to now request Gurmeet ji to, what all the words I can use, the adjectives, please mesmerize us.
So good afternoon, everybody. And thank you so much. My sincere gratitude to Seshadripuram First Grade College, Mr. Manish ji, Nancy ji, and everybody who is associated in making this event a happening one. So can you hear me all?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So since we have taken up such a topic, which is the need of an hour, the artificial intelligence. Yes, very right. So Manish already has shared the views how artificial intelligence has taken up a very important role in our lives, and I will elaborate it a little more. So I'll see if I can share a very few slides I have. So sir, can you allow me if I can just share?
Shantanu sir, please grant the screen sharing rights to Gurmeet ma'am. You have to unmute. Shantanu sir, you are on mute. Shantanu sir, you are on mute.
It's
Please.
done, sir. It's
Okay,
done.
great, great. Yes, Gurmeet ma'am, you can share the screen,
So
please.
till the time I'm just looking after, that in my device. So I just wish artificial intelligence is so important, and a very simple words, I just wish to put up what artificial intelligence is, because sometimes we are not able to understand. So in a layman's language, artificial intelligence is when machine can similarly to human. So I think there is some problem. So anyways, similarly to humans, and there are many types of artificial intelligence, including machine, where instead of being programmed what to think, machines can analyze and learn from data and even mistakes, just as human brain can. So in today's scenario, this technology is influencing consumer products and has led to significant breakthrough in healthcare, which already Manish told, physics, as well as has altered all the industries, manufacturing, finance, retail. So in part due to the tremendous amount of data we generate every day and the computing power available, artificial intelligence has exploded in recent years. uh, Artificial intelligence has become an integral part of our life today. If we are connected in this COVID situation, kids are, connected through online mode. Somehow it is a very minute part of, technology and artificial intelligence. So we might still be years away from generalizing artificial intelligence when a machine can do anything human brain can do. But yes, in its current form, it is an essential part which cannot be ignored. So just a very few portion I'll take up. So how this artificial intelligence is, influencing our daily life. So influence of artificial intelligence in our day life. Many we know that everyday influence of artificial intelligences are altering the way our daily life looks. If someone from the 1950s will travel through the time and arrived in 2020, they would marvel at the way we use our smartphones to navigate around town. How virtual digital assistants such as, Alexa, as Manish was already saying, respond to our queries, and it is so amazing. So I'll share one very brief incident. When this was very new, this Alexa, so every day I used to go to my son's room, and he simply used to say, okay, Alexa, wake me up at 9. I used to wonder. So slowly I got to know, it's a year back I'm talking. So he said, Ki, Mama, you don't need to come and wake me up. Alexa is there. So I was so happy. Okay, even my place is taken by Alexa. That's, a humor part. So they respond to our queries and would be baffled by our addiction to social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So what is now normal to us? It is everything. Whatever is normal to us is powered by artificial intelligence. And now we know that it would be utterly foreign to our friends from the past. So if I look 20 years back, we never knew that this is the way we can connect to each other, we can listen to each other. The world is connecting into a global village, and artificial intelligence has played a major role in that. So there is no doubt that artificial intelligence is an integral part of our daily lives. Since you shared something, about my education, you know, uh, my hold in education part, so I will connect at the end something related to artificial intelligence and its inculcation in the education too. So our financial institutions, legal institutions, media companies, insurance companies, all figuring out way to use artificial intelligence to their advantage. One question was raised in the morning when Manish was taking a session, that in this world there is a fraud, we can say cybercrime can be there. So yes, from fraud detection to writing news stories with natural language, language processing and reviews, lab brief, everywhere artificial intelligence is extensive. So artificial intelligence is beyond boundaries. Artificial intelligence influences business as well. So if I'll talk about the business, because we have taken one of the part which is manufacturing. So I think as business leaders and innovators, race to reach the promise of artificial intelligence to deliver a competitive advantage as well as cost and time saving. The technology is altering industries from finances to manufacturing with new products, processes, and capabilities. Now, the question arises that due to the advancement of artificial intelligence, is it affecting the employment? And Manish has shared in the morning, probably not. It is the time when need to keep up or keep in pace with the technology. But yes, I always say excess of everything is bad. This is my own personal opinion. So technology is with us. We need to use it, but we need to use it very wisely, which was the initial comment which Manish told. So companies such as a 150-year-old Heineken, they are also using artificial intelligence. Vast amount of data they collect and the Internet of Things to drive marketing decisions and initiatives, improve operations and customer services everywhere. From managing global supply chains to optimizing delivery routes, artificial is helping all the companies of all sizes and in all industries, improving productivity and the bottom line at every stage of the business life cycle, from sourcing material to sales and accounting to customer service. And a few examples were given that if we want to go for the online shopping, we have if we are surfing certain kind of content, so that same kind of products will come again and again. Even we receive notification. So this is our task is much easier. Next time we will not search what we look for, we will receive the notification, this is your choice. So right from the production to sale to finances, everywhere artificial intelligence has its vital role. Because of the artificial intelligences, it allows companies to design, produce, and deliver products and service better than ever before. And even life saving. If we talk about the medical grounds, I was reading one article was there where I was reading that a surgery was done at one point of place in a country, and the directions were given from a different point. So and the surgery was successful. I don't remember actually the place. So it was a successful one, and this all could, and a life was saved. So artificial intelligence is helping a lot in terms of the progress and development. Artificial intelligence is not just improving lives in some cases, it will save lives, as I already shared with one example. Now, there are many companies, including tech companies, that are investing in and researching ways that artificial intelligence can help improve our healthcare system. So, from figuring out the personalized drug protocols, I think few of the viewers were not there. So, when drug protocol said in the morning, one example was shared that so much we are advanced with the artificial intelligence that if you need to take a medicine thrice a day and you may skip out, just take one pill, you know, and then the work will be done automatically. You will be getting that dose on your own only. This is the power of artificial intelligence. So from figuring out the personalized drug protocols to better diagnostic tools and even robots to assist in surgeries. This is so remarkable that robots are also assisting in surgeries. Artificial intelligence is altering our healthcare system from its processes to the care that these organizations or maybe the world care health facilities are being providing. In addition to our healthcare system, artificial intelligence is likely to be very instrumental in solving the environmental concerns as well. We are experiencing global warming, which is a very common concern, from supporting smart infrastructure to helping to be more efficient with our natural resources and smart agriculture to feed a growing population. So artificial intelligence is augment our human efforts to solve our global challenges. So when we say that artificial intelligence is not only in medical, it is also in agriculture. One video was shared where it was shown that a robot is plucking the tomatoes, probably the tomatoes which are already ripened. Human may commit the error, but somehow we expect 99.9% probability that robots hardly commit error. So now from that, we also jump with our artificial intelligence to the entertainment, which is so important. So it has been deployed to enhance our lives as well. Experiments with artificial intelligence to compose original composition from books to music, and that also in different languages. Develop recipes based on what's currently in the cupboard, and even to create work of art are extending, because we have one session tomorrow related to how artificial intelligence is, affecting, improving, or maybe supporting art as well. So the AI powered recommendations engines of Netflix, Spotify, we love to listen to the various songs. So it is at our just one click. So this is artificial intelligence. If we ask to a layman what artificial intelligence is, probably it's a very big term. And if I simply say, if you love Netflix, yeah, of course, that is artificial intelligence. You love listening songs, yes. So which app? Spotify, maybe Savan. There are few apps. So that is artificial intelligence. So it has streamlined our decision-making process when we are looking for the next show to watch or song or even to listen. One thing related to this, one more I will add. Now, since I am, in a session with you, at the same time, I can have multiple operations at the back. Artificial intelligence. I am connecting to you, but other operations, maybe if I'm sending some link to other, in between, I have sent one mail to my teachers. So this is all working. We have made ourselves so comfortable. Very easily, we are reaching to each other. This is artificial intelligence. It's clear that if we took away artificial intelligence away, our world would look vastly different in every way. As the current investments and research result in expanded and perfect uses of artificial intelligence, we can expect the technology to become even more entangled into our daily existence, workplaces, and societies. Today, the amount of data that is generated by both humans and machines far outspaces humans' ability to absorb, interpret, and make complex decisions based on that data. So, artificial intelligence forms the basis for all computer learning and is the future of all complex decision making, which in the years to come we can see the complex situation, the complex structure, the complexities, in maybe manufacturing. So artificial intelligence is a ray of hope that such type of complex decision makings can be made easy with the help of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence and machine learning in particular is the new powerful tool for minimizing consumption and energy in almost every industrial process. So, from traditional manufacturing companies, which are actively beginning to implement machine learning models to save cost, although most industrial processes have been studied in detail for decades, recent progress in the area of artificial intelligence, in particularly machine learning, has opened new horizons for further optimization. So Manish is already connected to giving people wings to fly. So you don't need to take out your car. The hover robotics is there. So it is one of the simplest way of the artificial intelligence, saving fuel, cost cutting. So a degree of uncertainty is definitely there. It's a part of any complex process. But we need to be very much wise enough how to use the technology. Technology is created by us. We need to understand technology is created by us. So we need to take the control of technology in our hand. So artificial intelligence is a way of making a computer controlled robot also, or a software think intelligently. Uh, uh, I was watching one video of Japan where I saw that even in the restaurants, these artificial robots are working, as the waiters. Even I saw one of the school in Bangalore, right, I think in this Valley school, where I have seen that how the robots are entering into the classes. So all this is technology, but it should be in our control. Being an educationist, I will never, favor that the robot and all these can take away the importance of a teacher. It is a lifelong impact, because of certain things. We should rely on artificial intelligence, but we cannot completely rely on artificial intelligence. This is my personal opinion. So, for artificial intelligence, a very beautiful word was there that some scientists say that intelligence is putting the human mind in the computer. This is what artificial intelligence is. And in today's scenario, its application is in all the fields. I'll come to education also. I think I have shared the slide, but I don't know whether it is visible to you or not, but it is visible to me. So applications of artificial intelligence is, we have discussed in medical diagnosis, creating art, proving math theorems, playing games for search engines, online assistant, which Manish is doing. He's sitting here, but somebody is attending his calls. Online assistant, image recognition, spam filtering, targeting online advertisements, telecommunication maintenance, online and telephone customer services, and what not. Apart from this, the applications of expert system and artificial intelligences in credit granting, information management and retrieval, hospitals and in medical facilities, help desk and in assistance, employee performance evaluation. So since we are talking, it is related to, I'm just adding with education. So artificial intelligence is also helping in employee performance evaluation. Even teachers can take the feedback through this artificial intelligence. I have seen that video of the school of Bangalore. I think in this very school is that they are a teacher and robot together. They are collaborating in solving all the queries, and they are handling classes together. Probably it's a successful idea for them. But if I personally talk about India, so looking into the per capita income and looking into the economic situation, I must say this idea will probably take time to work at the larger aspect. It is possible in certain areas where artificial intelligence can play a very important role. But if it is to incorporate with education system, it can help, it can support, but it cannot take the place completely, which is always there, which is kept intact for all our worthy teachers who are working hard even in this pandemic period, just because with the help of technology. There are challenges. We are into such a situation these days. We are facing challenge every day. Getting up early in the morning, planning. I'm just adding it with little education because if teachers are there, they will understand. So in the morning, we are waking up. We have to make plans. We have to take help of the recorded lesson and what not. But we are facing challenges. Today in this session also, the challenges were faced because there was a dropout in the session when it was going on. We are depending, but we cannot completely rely. It has made our lives so easy, so smooth, so comfortable that we can have a habit of depending upon the artificial intelligence. But my personal recommendation is we should take it as a help, but we should not totally depend upon it. We should depend upon the our ability, our potential, because we have created artificial intelligence and artificial intelligence has not created us. I can see a message which is being shown that my slides are probably not visible, but I tried from here, but I don't know why it is not being shown.
Ma'am, no, you have not shared the screen, ma'am.
Sir, I tried from my side, but what I'll do is maybe because my few apps are opened at the back, I don't know what is
Okay.
it may
No problem.
happen. Then what I'll do is you can share the email ID. I will share the artificial intelligence slide with them.
Okay, so I'll text you my email ID right away.
Yes. You text me your email ID, and then I will share the artificial intelligence, its role, impact in different sectors, how education is benefited, and what are the constraints. I will share everything in that slide if it is not visible. I tried twice or thrice, but I don't know why it's not coming. I clicked on share button. So challenges are there. Yes, we are facing everyday challenges.
Gurmeet ma'am, sorry to interrupt you. If you want to share your slide, it could be possible that your internet bandwidth is slow. So you turn off your video, then try once again, then your slides will be visible.
Manish, I have done this as well.
Okay.
Actually, I have tried every possible factor.
Okay.
When it was not working, I thought we should not
Then what
give a break in the session.
You send us your content maybe later, and we will share it with everyone.
Yes, I will share the slide, which is beautifully from my side. It is beautifully. I don't know whether you will like it or not.
We
are
I'll share. We are totally loving hearing you. Let's go ahead.
So it will be with you, and you can watch it later as well. So we were talking about various challenges, in the adoption of artificial intelligence. So some of the challenges which I feel I have jotted down according to the difficulties probably which I was facing. Right now, I'm facing one of the difficulty. I'm not able to share it. So lack of, enabling, low intensity of artificial intelligence in research field, we can say high resource cost and low awareness for adopting artificial intelligence, and maybe unclear privacy, security, ethical regulations, which were discussed in the morning. So these are some of the challenges, and apart from that, unattractive intellectual property regime to incentive research and adoption of artificial intelligence. So how to use that technology in our day-to-day life is a big challenge. Knowing technology is not important, but how to implement technology is probably a difficult job. This personally I feel, I'm just sharing my own personal remarks. When we are talking about artificial intelligence, it has made our life so easy. I will be sharing few pros and cons, according to me. So the benefits which I personally feel is it has made our life so easy, so comfortable, and we are able to uh, progress so much in the field of medical sciences. We are so much into the even I heard somewhere that even robotic pets are there. I don't know how much is it is true. So robotic pets I have seen in one of the video I was watching. I don't know the link. So we can save time. The labor is reduced. But yes, on the other hand, what is the effect of this technology on our day-to-day life? These days, one of the very common agenda which is circulating and floating all around. If a child is taking online classes, it's also a very simple, in a simple way, it's artificial intelligence. So what is being circulated all around? I was reading few papers that it is affecting child's health. We have incorporated technology into education, but our country is not yet that much developed to take this artificial intelligence as a very important part of their day-to-day life. So 20% of the people may have adopted, but 80% are still in the mindset that yes, the traditional way is the best way. So keeping in loop some of the disadvantage which I personally feel that it has the lack of human touch is there. If I will relate this artificial intelligence with education, lack of human touch is there. Not able to act, as per the situation. Sometimes it is cost is very high. But yes, Manish, you shared in the morning at a time when your that was costing 1 lakh 30. It has somehow come down to 18,000 now. So yes, in the time to come, children are using this technology and teachers are also trying their best. But I think after this COVID period is over, there will be a kind of a blended learning which will incorporate both technology and the traditional teaching. And probably at that time, it will be easy for the peoples to afford as well. Robots, I personally feel, is also suspending human efforts. And very important, the concern which was shared in the morning as well, that if the technology is in the wrong hands, it can cause destruction as well. So we need to be so much alert what we are using, how we are using, when we are using, and for what purpose we are using. That is so important. So artificial intelligence is core to some of the most successful companies as well. You shared some of the names in the morning in raising, their capital, uh, market capitalization. Apple, Microsoft, even Amazon example you have given. And in the information and communication technology, it has brought a revolution. But are we actually ready to accept and embrace that revolution is the important point to be discussed. Technology is there. Are we actually ready to accept technology as an integral part of our day to day lifestyle? It has revolutionized the ease with which people from all over the world can access knowledge, credit, and other benefits of contemporary global society. Such access has also helped to lead massive reduction of global inequality, extreme poverty, for example, by allowing farmers to know fair price shops. Even I know that there are certain apps where farmers can also know the prices of various crops. They can learn the techniques, they can be trained, they can know how the best crop is. Even they know the weather conditions and all. I am just putting little from all the areas, and together we will sum up with the help of the questions from the audience how much this technology has actually helped us. Uh, it is the beneficiary of decades of regulatory policy, research, and development. Has so far been largely up regulating with massive government and other capital investments. There are basically various organizations who are working to know how much this artificial intelligence is into use and how people are adapting it. Although I will mention that definitely the importance of artificial intelligence in present scenario cannot be ignored. We need to accept, we need to admit, but we need to take time and give time as well in knowing technology, in using technology. Robots make it particularly apparent that behavior depends not only on computational capacities but also on the other system of attributes. A robot is serving a tea. So if I'm a customer, I would love to be served it by a human being. This is what I personally feel. So robots are technology is taking our life. Technology is taking the control of our life. You know, I will relate one little concern of mine. Manish, you shared with due respect to everybody who is listening to us. I am so concerned about your health, my dear Manish. 21 hours a day you are working. Okay. 21 hours a day you are with technology. So, as per the advice of a doctor, if I'll say 8 hours sleep is must. Otherwise, your brain will not rejuvenate, and next day you will not get up with the same energy to work. So, working for long hours is appreciable, but the concern of the health is most appreciable if every individual is able to understand that. Uh, thank you so much because I'm concerned about everybody who is associated with me and who is so much into the technology. So, digital manipulation is also there. Actually, I'm sharing some of the incidences which I have gone through while reading newspaper. Actually, I was reading one article where it was that a parent has filed a complaint due to Zoom app. Okay, I'm sharing some disadvantages of technology as well. So due to Zoom app, because we knew even that this app is taking some of the data, which is very personal to us. So parents visited the school and they said that we want to file a case against a teacher because she was using Zoom app and our bank transaction has been done, which is actually not done by us. So digital manipulation is happening. Okay, people are not sure. Every time we are open and exposed, our data is floating everywhere. There is no privacy. We are everywhere, still we are nowhere. So in today's scenario, it is the need of an hour to keep in pace with technology, but equally, I will admit, it is depending upon situation to situation how much technology is benefiting. It is because of the expression of human components that we are, depending upon this technology. But keep in mind, you are the master, and never let your control to be taken by a simple machine which is created, or which is, the creation of human brain. To sum up, I must say, I must appreciate the efforts of everyone who is there, especially the organizers. Technology is important. Artificial intelligence is everywhere, but artificial intelligence has its own importance according to the need, according to the situation, according to the circumstances, according to the financial condition, either from a country to country, from place to place, from community to community. Because even this is also a highly debated topic. Online study we have started, teachers are putting all their best efforts, but what to do in the remote areas, how to reach there, that is still a challenge. So use technology wisely and keep the control in your hand, and be the master and not the slave. This is all from my side. I am highly humbled, thankful to Dr. Manish, Dr. Nancy, and Mr. Das, and everybody who is watching us. So thank you so much, and I would love to share my presentation. Uh, it may further add you to the knowledge. If I could give anything, it will further add you. So thank you. And if any question is there which will incorporate with the education or any other question, I'm open to that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Gurmeet. Thank you for such
so much.
wonderful session. I'm totally mesmerized the way you shared, and I'm glad that you have shared the other side of the coin as well. Usually people, they do talk about the good, the available, the future, where we're getting towards. Like even me, I always share that, okay, where we are getting. But I'm glad that you've shared the other side of the coin as well. It's you are not able to share the presentation, but we are going to make sure that we are going to share with each and every participant. It goes far and wide.
Yes, I will definitely give. Mr. Das, you can take my number also. And then
No
even
worries.
Manish is there. Manish is there. No worries. I'll share with Manish. He can
And
further share.
I want to urge all the audience that it is your golden opportunity to directly interact with Dr. Gurmeet, which won't be possible. Trust me, it even takes me years to get interact with her, to take her time, to take her golden 5 minutes. So it is a golden opportunity to with all of you.
You are always welcome. Because if my introduction, whenever I am attending sessions and when they say just introduce yourself, I just simply say I'm a learner and there is more to learn.
Wonderful. But we are learning
So
from in
I'm
yourself.
always ready.
So whosoever has questions, we are opening the forum for question. Each one of you kindly ask your questions either in chat, or you can unmute and communicate directly, interact directly with Dr. Gurmeet. Thank you.
Gurmeet, there is a question.
Yes.
I have a question. Mentoring and counseling, it's a twin process or it's a separate?
Oh, it's a very good question. First of all, I wish to add on, counseling itself is a very wider term. Everybody can mentor, but counseling is not everybody's cup of tea. You can be a mentor, you can help person, you can guide a person. But when it comes to counseling, counseling is required when a person is not able to come to the solution after being guided well. So there is a particular point when he needs a trained expert who is a counselor. I was watching one question, was there a teacher and a mentor or a counselor? So we generally say teacher is a mentor, guide, philosopher, and what not. We are putting all the adjectives for a teacher, which is very genuinely correct. But counseling is something which is an expertise job. We can guide somebody, we can mentor somebody. But counseling is, because I am into the counseling. I have done a post graduation in guidance and counseling, and I am associated with this Council of India as well as a member. So, what I wish to say is help a child, guide the child, but don't try to give all the remedies. You can try at a certain point of time, but if it is not in your hand at the right time, inform the right person and give the right counseling to the child. It may save the child. Hope I am able to settle the query.
Yeah. Next is how we can secure our data other than being alert to whom we are sharing our data as per the use of the technology.
Okay. How we can secure our data? If I simply take an example, if you will type on Google HTTPS, if S is there, it is a secured site. But what we do generally, when we have to search something, we simply type on Google and we don't look at the address link which is there. Sometimes we even explore through HTTP. So it is a not secured site. So whatever information is there, it will definitely go indirectly to some of the people who are, like an eagle, those who are ready to catch your information. Similarly, we are receiving certain mails. Knowingly and unknowingly, we are clicking those mails and then we are giving indirectly our access. Sometimes we keep certain apps. I'm sharing just simple steps. Sometimes we keep certain apps already opened in our mobile phone. Why every time to log in and log out? Please don't do that. If you are not using, just log out. And yes, even the banks are saying, change your PIN or password maybe after a month. So what is happening today? You have email ID, you are using online banking, maybe you are using any online portal. Everywhere you can access through your password. So change your password regularly. And of course, it's a very simple thing, do not share. And moreover, if you report anything where you feel like the data is being taken up, immediately report. It's a cyber crime. So cyber cell is there to take these certain measures, and even the person can be caught through with the help of cybercrime who is involved in stealing the data. Sir, when you was sharing this with this question, I know the person who has asked the question is very well aware about the Jamtara incident. Jamtara is a place in Bihar. The movie has been created on Netflix. So what was there? Few students, those who were from the engineering background, they dropped their classes. They took a dropout and they decided to earn money. So what they have done, they used to make fake calls and they used to take information, and they have done frauds in lakhs, which is beyond limit. And one more simple example, how the data is taken, maybe unknowingly from our side. We get various offers. If you will open, because the morning we were discussing about, you just go and check your online for shopping. So there are certain offers and we are so tempted to those offers. We click and we want something free. Mein to sometimes everything is acha. So we should avoid that, because all these are just to lure our attention. So which should not be there. One question is there that Jamtara is in Jharkhand. Yes, earlier it was connected to Bihar only. Then later on this was created as a different state. So this is how it is in our hand, how to keep our data safe and sound. Be very much careful while accessing or while sharing the data or clicking on any of the link. This is the simplest way for a layman to save the information.
Yes, madam. The next one, how to avoid the danger that a counselor becomes gets into the personal relationship.
Oh, this is another very important question being a counselor. See, the first important thing or a quality of a good counselor is you need to give a comfort level to your client. But you should keep in mind, you cannot have the personal attachment. Now, let me share you why. When we are in personal attachment with anybody, we are becoming little biased. I hope you will agree, whoever has this question. We are so biased, it will affect our therapies or any session which we are giving to the person. So, what is the first thing? There are certain guidelines for a counselor that you need to keep the data confidential. You can have the link or the rapport with the client so that the client is free to share, but you should know that you should not develop any kind of personal attachment. जैसे कि एक डॉक्टर्स की मैं बताऊं कि a doctor who is a very well expert surgeon, if he has to do the surgery of his own child, his hands will shake. It's very much true. Okay, he will do, but at a certain point of time, he has that personal connection, he may feel scared. So similarly, the danger of getting personal to any of your client as a counselor is really dangerous. Avoid that. Keep confidential, develop faith, know the limit, and once the therapy counseling for a particular client is over, your case is closed. Do follow up, but don't involve in personal linking. If the personal linking is there, then of course, if it is there with anybody, even you can put up your this. If there is a certain case, you can share with me, and I'll probably try my best to give the remedy. If such thing has happened, then as a counselor, you should know that you have done the breach of code of conduct, being so personal. Because the first thing of a counseling is you should not get personal to your client. So if you have done this, it's a breach of code of conduct, which should not be there.
Yeah, really wonderful. Then when we install any application, why they want access to gallery and contacts?
Because maybe we are so good looking, people want to see our photographs all around. It's just a joke. See, that is what I'm saying. If the person who are attending this webinar, once the webinar is over, please go and look into your phone how many applications are actually into use and how many you have downloaded. We will come to know our phone is filled with applications. We have 20 apps, but we are using only 2. Why? So it is, when the app is generated, definitely they want data. They want data maybe for their quality check. They want data maybe for the resource department, research department. It is their concern. But we should be very much concerned. If this app is required by me and if the information is asked, I'll give. If I don't need this app, why to download and provide my information? Just delete it. So after this session, I request all my worthy participants, please delete the apps which are presently not in use and keep only useful apps. And yes, download only through a trusted site.
Getting email promotional, no, let me check out. Yeah, getting
Yes,
email
yes.
promotional messages and SMS ads itself proves that we are exposed globally
Yes.
without any boundary. Does simply frequent changing of our password will help it?
Yes, of course. When you are saying that email, there are so many promotional messages are coming. Even to your email setting, you can set, there is a, if you will go to your setting, there are certain steps where you can block the people or maybe the sites which are automatically, it will be generated through that, which are very harmful. But yes, you have to reset through your email setting. And once you will do that, every email which will come to you through an unknown person will require your access. So just go for it. If you're using email, if you don't want more promotional mails to be there, just set up, go for your setting and just make the privacy app working over, privacy setting working over there. A very simple example. These days, if you will see, there is a feature on Facebook, logged profile. If the profile is logged, nobody can enter. So similarly, through email also, you can do the same thing. If any mail is there, they will ask for your access. You have to accept the access, then only the mail will open. So please go and check this feature is already available on email, different mail, whether it is through Google or maybe through Gmail, Yahoo, everywhere this feature is available.
I think I have missed one question of the top. How to report to the cyber crime department for security?
Yes, of course. For this, when we don't know anything and when we are looking for information, Google is the best provider for the information to us. So in every, in a particular area, there is an office where you can send your complaints either through email. Emails are available. I don't have email right now, but yes, there are certain emails where you can put your query. There are contact numbers where you can call them. You can register your case. Even before that, you can report to your police station because they will ultimately put it forward to the cyber crime department. So simple thing is that just go to the police station if it is a cyber crime. They will divert you to the right person.
Yeah, I think that's all the question. I have a question because a couple of months back, I came across one guy who told that his mail, suddenly he could see that his CC or the from is being changed by somebody else, and whatever means. I hope you are getting from suppose we are sending some mail to somebody else, automatically from comes as us, but suddenly he could see that somebody's name is coming into that from and CC. How it happens and how to overcome that?
Okay. I hope, sir, you are well aware about the hijackers. And when we are sending certain mails, especially if it is from various organizations which are very popular, so hijackers are so much keen to hijack particularly those. So it has been hijacked. So what is the alternative for that is either we should immediately disconnect and create a new email ID, or the password is to be changed and all the privacy settings are to be done. And yes, through email ID, I'm sharing one thing, through email ID, even you can take the data of that person. If you will enter that, try if it is working, if you will use that email ID to know the Facebook account of that person, just go and catch hold. You will get the answer directly from the person, right? So that is why I was sharing that artificial intelligence is so important, but we should know when to use, why to use, what is the purpose, how much to use, do I need actually to use it? This is something we need to ask ourselves. We are so much overlapping with the information all around, and every information is not for us. So just grab the right information. A jack of all trades and master of none. It should not happen. Whatever we need it, just accept it and let the things go.
Okay, so related to that query itself, so is there any setting options that we can change, or how is it?
Yes, sir. There is a setting option. If you will go to right now, my system is off. Otherwise, I would have opened my Gmail and then I would have shared the certain steps where you can set the privacy. So open your email and you can see to the right side, if you will click on the picture or maybe your name, if it is the Shantanu S, you will please open that and you will see there are certain links. But what we are using in email, either to send, receive, that's it. But there are many other features which probably we are not aware of.
Correct.
So just go and explore every part of technology which we are using. We should know what are the benefits with us, what are the features we can use it. Even if I'm using one particular app, I'm using it just for online shopping. Maybe there are certain other features which I'm not aware of. So wherever we are using any app, my personal suggestion is just list out the features and then equally list out what are the shortcomings. So compare and then decide, do this actually is required by me? If not, then I can ignore it.
Yeah. So really wonderful. I hope Nancy or Manish is around.
I'm so glad. I'm so thankful to all the sweet audience. I must say, those who are commenting, it's an informative session. But believe me, dear audience, I am little feeling so reluctant that my presentation, I could not show it to you. But I'm equally happy. You know, there is always ground for something best to happen. So actually, indirectly, I wanted to mail it to you. That is why it was not working. So I'll send you through mail.
Thank you so much.
So my sincere gratitude to every participant who is watching us, and a message as an educator: do whatever you are doing, but do it sincerely. Just do it, not because it's your responsibility. Do it because you are framing human resource, which is so important. Don't look what others are not doing. Just look into your potential, what I can do. So make a difference today. And the journey is every time a new journey when we decide to change ourselves. So all my best wishes, all my blessings to everybody, to all the teaching faculty, and even the people, the guests who are joining across the globe, Voila ma'am and whoever is there, all my gratitude from India. Stay connected, stay safe, and take very good care of yourself, because everybody is important.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. You
Thank
also,
you,
we wish
Manish.
God that you also stay safe and healthy.
Yeah. Manish,
And
do take good care of yourself.
yeah, we will see that Munish takes a good care of his health. And thank you, madam, so much for your kind, and we'll keep connected. And thank you. We'll be, we'll be in connections related to lots of activities which we'll do. And
Yes,
from
yes, of
Seshadripuram group of institutions, Karnataka Science and Technology Academy, from MentorX Global, Research Foundation of India, Student for Development, and Indian Institute of Science Alumni Association, Bangalore, and the portal that is North Bangalore Science Forum. We thank you wholeheartedly for your kind acceptance and delivering this kind of talk, which will definitely benefit all the different people in and around. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Stay connected. Thank you.
And I request the participants, the same link will be, you can use for attending all the events till tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. I think Munish has just joined. Yeah, Munish is back.
Okay.
Yes, there was some technical glitch again.
Yeah,
So
thank you so much.
thank you. So
Manish,
Dr.
take good care of yourself.
I am with your blessings. I am going to take good care of myself. But you know what happens? Certain times I want to share, certain times you feel you are born for a purpose. And what has happened during the lockdown, we took over, me and Nancy. Lockdown happened on 4th or 25th of March. Within 24 hours, we went digital. So we took over a bigger purpose that we have to take care of the education. When Italy was worst hit, we were taking care of the entire education system of Italy. We did so many webinars.
That is so superb. I appreciate all the efforts which you are taking.
Thank you,
but yes, always remember, self-care is a divine responsibility.
I do know that they say that you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are healthy, only then you can share your expertise.
I like your energy. I like your energy. I like the way Nancy, it creates a very positive aura all around. I appreciate you are doing such a good work connecting people.
The thing is, Nancy is the pull effect. Nancy keeps pulling, and Nancy keeps on pulling. And you know what Nancy's good point is? Nancy initiates 10 things, and then she gives the 10 things to me. So she is the initiator. Then we together keep on going. And this is a wonderful team we are holding. But I was just telling you that as I thought we hold a bigger purpose. So we thought during the lockdown, even if we don't sleep, doesn't matter. We have to take care of the people around. We have to take care of the society and the world as a whole. So that is what we're doing. Even when Shantanu sir came to me, we just talked on a phone for a minute, and this AI summit got planned. And you wouldn't believe, even today I have another webinar going on, and side by side I'm even doing my accounts for another venture. Honestly, I'm saying.
So you are an all-rounder. You are an all-rounder.
And tomorrow again I have a webinar with ASSOCHAM as well, and this AI summit on 11th we have 4 programs lined up. So, but we are like, okay, keep going.
I'm always available to the college and even to your team whenever you need my help. I'm always there. It's an honor for me to be with you.
Blessed. Thank you. You spare your time and your knowledge you shared. We are mesmerized. We are blessed. Stay with us. We are definitely, I think if you were in the previous session where Voila Edward was there,
Yes,
we
yes,
are
I was there.
forum on 11th, and I want you to be a huge part of it.
Yeah, of
Valuable part.
course.
Done.
It's an honor
Done.
for
Thank you,
me.
sir. Gurmeet ma'am is also in with us now.
Yes, yes, of course. I'm
And-
there in all your future endeavors, which is going to benefit the
Wonderful.
generations to come.
Wonderful. So did Dr. Nancy Juneja speak?
No, she
Nancy
couldn't.
is there.
Is she there?
Yeah, she is there.
Nancy, all my love to you.
I'm trying to find Dr. Nancy. If I am able to, we would.
Yeah,
love
yeah,
to-
she is there. She is there.
Yes, doctor. Over to you, Dr. Nancy Juneja. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, indeed.
All my love to
each
you,
and
Nancy.
everyone, and thank you, Dr. Gurkar.
I think Nancy's bandwidth is very low. That's the reason.
Take over, but I'll just love to say that artificial intelligence has taken over, but the session of Dr. Gurmeet Kaur Gill have told us, no matter the slides were there or not, what matters in human potential is class apart. Her session was one-on-one, deep connected with everyone, bang on target, and definitely she could sense the audience need, and she answered it all with compassion and empathy. That is what is required in today's era. And if we have the perfect balance, between artificial intelligence and human potential, we are way through. Winning story is only ours, and we'll be setting new benchmarks together. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. And deep gratitude to the management, entire management of Seshadripuram, First Grade College, and all our associations that we could create the day one phenomenal. We look forward to a lot of sharing, a lot of learning in day two. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, one and all. With the same link, you can join tomorrow and meet you all tomorrow at 11 o'clock, tomorrow, Indian Standard Time, because we have to specify IST, Indian Standard Time, because a lot of foreign delegates are there. So thank you. Thank you so much. And Nancy, you shouldn't tell thank you, because we are in the same boat. We are in the same team and same forum. So we all should, and I had been telling to Munish several times that let us together, and this is how we had been doing. Together, we will do wonders. Thank you. Good day. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Thank you all. Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. Thank you. I'm closing the meet. Thank you.